Rhea was kind of back seat. She might be playing a safeguard by taking a step back so she couldn't be so involved in perhaps in a losing team again.
Rhea was in charge of the map and where you were going. Surely you can't take a back seat. You need to be in the front seat because you've got to tell people where you're going.
And I believe I did that the whole way through. I checked with everybody the whole time.
But you've just said that she took a back seat.
And that was her role. That's what she did, and then that was all. That was kind of all she did.
SJ, do you think that Rhea took on that proactive logistical role?
Well, I have to say that when it came down to being in London, I think Rhea was quite nervous. And yes, I did have to give her quite a big hand.
But you still ended up being half an hour late, so is it your fault?
But I didn't want to come across as a big old bitch in the car.
Well, there's only room for one big old bitch in this, and that's me.
I have to say, from a personal point of view, I still find you a little bit overbearing. So some of the ways that you deliver sentences, so you'll say, it's only my opinion. It's almost like you're saying, it's only my opinion, but actually I think I'm better than the rest of you.
Well, that's not how I am.
Okay, we kind of heard enough now. We've got to deliberate. Somebody's going to be going home today, so can you please now leave the room?
It's not about self-promotion at the moment, it's about taking each other out. And it's hard, it's horrible, it's not very nice at all.
Well, Denise is safe. Wouldn't you agree?
I think so. She was very strong. Yeah. I can't fault her in that challenge.
So we've got the other three to pick through, really. Rhea keeps... Well, she's lost 3 challenges now.
Well, exactly.
That's 3. It's kind of bad, isn't it?
It's outrageous, yeah.
To her credit, she is very calm. Under pressure, she doesn't get all emotional. Some of the others, you ask them a question and they're bursting into tears at the drop of a hat. You don't get any of that rubbish from Rhea. What about Damon? I think, he was the leader of the team, but I didn't see any leadership from him. He was invisible, wallpaper background.
I know, but he's very good for group morale. He does keep everybody together. Everybody likes him. He's a very likeable person.
He took that on the chin.
He did completely, yeah. He doesn't take it all personally, which is great in an assistant.
And I think he's out there now thinking he's definitely going to go.
But I think SJ, welling up. You think she's the kind of person who you ask her to make a cup of tea and she'll be in tears.
Yeah. That worries me because I'm going to have to carry a big bag full of Kleenex around.
Yeah.
She's extremely loyal. You could see what a connection she has with Damon, and she didn't want to say his name. So her loyalty is great. Loyalty, very, very important.
And I have to say, she is like a Rottweiler. She is, dogged determination, sort of really gritty. She really persists. She will really work hard, so that's a real plus for her. For me, there are 3 people. Each of them could go, and at the end of the day, it's... I don't envy your decision.
Yeah.
No, it's a really difficult one again, and it's getting more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. On this CV is the name of the person that's not going to be my PA. Denise, you've been a bit low profile for the past couple of weeks. But these last tasks, you've really pushed yourself forward and you've shown me what a real go-getter you can be. And I'd really like to see more of that. Well done. Rhea, 3 times you've been on a losing team, and that doesn't thrill me. I think you're getting a bit complacent. I think you've got a lot of potential, you can do well, but it's not good enough. If you want to stay, you've really got to pull your knickers up, girl. SJ, you've performed really well in the tasks that you've taken part in, but you're kind of really too up and down, a bit emotionally unstable. That's really not a good qualification for my PA. Damon, it's pretty obvious you're doing something right, as you've been leader of a winning team a couple of times. But this time, you're a backseat driver, and I'm looking for somebody who can take charge of a situation. Rhea, you're not going to be my PA.
Okay, thank you for the experience. I've learnt a lot.
Can you now leave the house?
I came in here for the experience, to be able to meet Pete and make my own judgments on him. And you know what? He's an amazing guy. I'm going to leave here with my head held high and with dignity and integrity, and I met a lot of great people.
Well done. It's a really, really tough one. And thanks for coming through. It's going to get tougher and you're going to have to try a little bit harder. But keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can now leave the room.
So with Rhea eliminated, only 7 candidates remain, who will become Pete's PA. Next time on Pete's PA, SJ gets emotional.
And there's no job in the world that's worth it. No job in the world.
Pete feels let down,
Some of you really sold me out for 40 pieces of silver.
Just swallow me up and die.
and Natalie learns a lesson from the pros.
All I would say to that is that immediately cut me off as aggressive, and if you want to deal with me again in future, do you think we're going to have a good rapport?